وأنه إليه تحشرون واتقوا فتنة لا تصيبن الذين ظلموا منكم خاصة واعلموا أن الله شديد العقاب.
On issues, because being opinionated on issues will further exacerbate the fragility of this country, because the country itself is fragile. Looking at some of the commentaries here and there from actors, particularly players within the political scene. In view of this, I want to thank all our leaders present.
Our life entirely is an act of worship. So religion and politics should not be separated from each other. Everything is religion. Marriage is religion. Sporting is religion. Politics is religion. Marketing is religion. Business, in the name business, is also religion. That is why it is always sounding strange to us when some people are condemning those who are attaching religious sentiment to politics. You can never detach them, because it's more than man-made policy. It is divine policy from the Creator himself. As Muslims, when we are talking about religion, we believe religion is from God, and the dictations of religion are given to some special people, divinely chosen by Allah. They are referred to as prophets. In the book of history, we read that Allah sent 124,000 prophets to guide their people, to call them unto Allah, and guide their ways of life. 313 of them were given books. Out of 313, Allah mentioned only 25 of them in Quran. Out of 25 that were mentioned in the Quran, 5 were made the Alpha and Omega of those prophets. We have Nuh, we have Musa, we have Isa, we have Ibrahim and Muhammad. Now, in a multi-religious society like Nigeria, I do tell my people that Christianization of Nigeria is nothing that can never be achieved. Islamization of Nigeria is nothing that can never be achieved. So the imams in their mosque should please preach peace and make their adherent of their religion understand that never can anyone Islamize this country. And the pastors in their churches should also do the same thing to wipe it off the brains of their followers that Christianization of Nigeria will come to pass. Never. Allah says, if I have loved to make you one, I will have directed you to one place. But never will you be one in your thoughts, because you are not one in your races, you are not one in your complexion, you are not one in your tribes, you are not one in your nations. I have created you in nations, tribes, and in races. So you should know how to live with one another peacefully. So when we find ourselves in this kind of situation, what is the next thing to foster our unity and development religiously? As Muslims and Christians, no one is more close to Muslims than the Christians, and no one is more close to the Christians than the Muslims. It is only in Christianity you find someone bearing Abraham. The equivalent of it in Islam is Ibrahim. It is only in Christianity you find someone bearing David. The equivalent of it is only in Islam you find someone bearing Joseph. The equivalent of it is Yahya. Joseph, Yusuf, John, Yahya. So why this disparity? Why this dichotomy? If you see any pastor preaching that should go and Christianize your place of work, you should know that that pastor is a devil. If you see any imam preaching that Islam is everywhere, know that that imam is a devil. We should rather learn how to live peacefully. In religions, we are the problem of Nigerian politics. The religious leaders are the followers, and all the so-called politicians know their ways. They use their bait to catch their fish. Religion practitioners are their bait. They use us to catch their fish. Look at the momentum Peter Obi got during this dispensation, but he was deceived by some people in the name of religion. Muslims, Christians love this guy, and most especially the youth. They really wanted him, but religion by bigotry was employed to foster his popularity, and that was what led to his failure. He would have emerged, because youth are tired of the old ones. Even though they don't have any other plan, they don't have plan. If you ask Nigerian youth, what's your plan? They don't have plan. They will just say, we are tired of these old ones, old faces. They wanted to be, but religiously they falsify his dream. I told my Christian friends that next time, tell your people to know how to make friends with us. So far, politics is a game of number. You can never write out Muslims. We marry 4 wives. We bear children. Most of you are friends. We are here together. You marry 1 wife, 4 children or 2 children. So politics is a game of number. You know how to make friends with us, convince us so that you can get us. Don't use religion. Use competence to campaign for your candidate, except if you don't want him to emerge. There are some people, they believe in us than God. They believe in their imams than God. They will forget that God has created us separately and with different ideology. But if the imam says, go and vote for Muslims, they are ready to go. If the pastors tell them, go and vote for Muslims, they are ready to go. This can never do us good in Nigeria. They have used religion to the extent that we don't even want to hear anything about it again. We need competence. Now, Islamically, politics and government, they are 2 different things. Politics is to make policy, effort to make policy, but governance is an effort to implement the policy made by the politicians. We have to be cautious of the dictations of Allah. Allah says, I am the only one. I have the sovereign of earth and heaven. So anybody on seat should not take himself as God. Don't be God on your subjects. Know that your emergence has a beginning, and definitely an end shall come to it. But it is only Allah that has no beginning and no end shall overtake him. Know that in your mind. Know that every creature should be treated equally and with equity. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, I've created you, no one is better than the other in my sight except that who is pious. So the ones that are pious, who adhere to the rules and regulations of the country, should be rewarded. Not that you will be praising and hero worshipping those who amass power through unconstitutional ways, the way we are having it in Nigeria. 2, another principle of Islam in governance and politics is a-risala. We should respect the message of God. Allah has given us prophets. Prophet Isa must be believed in by the Muslims. We don't talk less, we don't talk ill about Jesus. Muhammad is the last messenger. Muhammad has never mentioned Isa in such a manner that will bring irritation. Whenever he wants to mention Jesus, he would rather say Jesus by his name Isa or my brother. He always refers to Jesus as his brother. Go and check the hadith. So why are we preaching hatred? We should know that we can never be one, and we should respect other people's religion. 3 is the principle of khilafah, succession. Know that no one or no tribe or no region should customize power to themselves. Power should be shared, should be rotated. Policy making should be all inclusive. We are born to rule should not be a slogan of any tribe in Nigeria. Who are you? Who born you to rule? This is an oppression. If this region rules, allow other people of another religion to also rule. Caliphate is a cardinal principle in Islam. That is why we have prophets, and they are not from the same father. Though all of us were from Adam, but we have different fathers. That is why monarchy, you are welcome, sir, Dr. Gali. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will have made Prophet Muhammad a king, that his daughter will succeed or his cousin will succeed. Ali did not succeed Prophet Muhammad immediately after his demise. Who succeeded him? Abu Bakr, based on competency. So monarchy is far away from what we are talking about, but democracy is closer to it, if only it is based on sincerity. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make Nigeria a better place to stay. Lecturers are jetting out of Nigeria.